Sunday today. It's just after, it's 2:30 now. Jen and I are going to see my old work friends and we're going to go get food and possibly coffee with them. For the rest of the day, we don't really have anything planned. We're just taking it slow since Jen wasn't feeling too well yesterday. We think it's probably just being run down and walking a lot, which we weren't really doing in Australia, so it's a big change. Hopefully after some good rest and good food, she'll be ready for the week of modelling and castings again. We pretty much got home last night. I made dinner for the both of us. We kind of just hung out for a bit, made sure Jen was feeling better, and then I started editing last week's video, and honestly, I'm pretty confident that I can finish it tonight, which would be good, and have it released Monday morning. I don't know, I don't want to set like expectations on when I'm going to release. Like the latest I'll ever release will be Tuesdays, but ideally it's Mondays. Sunday nights will be awesome as well, but I think Monday mornings is the best alternative. It's Monday morning, or actually almost the afternoon now. Jen and I spent most of our morning doing stuff at home. We just went out to do a bit of a photo shoot for Jen. The brand sent her some clothes and we're getting the photos done for that. I spent pretty much all morning editing. I'm still on track to get it out this afternoon, which will be really good. I'm just having a nightmare battle with subtitles as per usual. For the rest of the afternoon, we haven't really got any plans. I'm going to take it easy, probably go for a run. I didn't really feel well after I saw my friends yesterday, which was unfortunate, but it happens. Seeing my friends was really nice. Being in a country like Japan where it's so popular to travel to right now has been a blessing in its own way, because it means that a lot of my friends or a lot of people I know are coming, every month or every couple months. So I can see them. But yeah, it was really good seeing them. We went out to get coffee and food, and then just kind of walked around Narimasu for a bit. And then Jen found a little dessert shop and another ice cream shop that we went to. The ice cream shop was super cute. It was next to our local park, and it's just a family-run business. So we stayed there for a bit, and then, I don't know, I think we spent 3-4 hours with them, and after that we headed home. Yeah, I didn't get as much footage as I wanted to, but mainly because I didn't want to pull the camera out, and I just wanted to spend quality time with them. Alrighty, it's 5:50. I'm gonna go for my run now. I'm just using Nike Run Club at the moment to do like a program running thing, but I spent the rest of the afternoon uploading that video, and it's as of 5:30 I think I went live with it. I forgot how long all the rendering and the uploading takes, so I was kind of ready at 4 o'clock and wanted to get her out by like 4:15, but didn't have that option obviously. Last week's video, kind of watching it back, made me realise that I had a lot of B-roll footage, and I hope that this week I can speak a little bit more about what it's been like moving to Japan and the other little bits that people could care about. There's a lot of just footage of what we were doing with a background track, which I'm sure is interesting in its own way, but I'm sure it can get very boring if you don't know what you're looking at. So hopefully this week I can do a little bit more of that, and as I make more videos I'll find my particular style and find out what everyone likes and what they don't like. Goddamn train. As much as I'm making videos for myself and to keep myself accountable with everything that I'm doing over here in Japan, I'm spending a lot of hours of filming and editing, so I want to make something that's enjoyable to watch. So over the next few episodes or the next few weeks or however long it takes, I'll find out what everyone enjoys watching, and I'm sure I'll get way better at editing, because at this point it is a joke how long it takes me to do something as simple as subtitles, but we'll get there eventually. It's run time. Ordinarily I don't run 2 days in a row, especially since I'm still new to it, but today's just a 25-minute easy run, and I've got Jen coming with me, so this will be interesting. She's going to start working on her cardio like me, so I think a 25-minute easy run is a really good way to start off. At least it's not intervals or a long run. We're all done with our run now. I think I did a total of, what was it, 3.4 Ks? Jen didn't track hers. It was more of a kind of introduction for her. How do we go?
It was good. I felt good, but I still don't know why people do this.
Yeah, I don't know why I do it in general, but I do notice the progression, so, you know, the more and more I'm doing it, the more and more I feel better doing it. After Jen and I went for that run yesterday, I was kind of having a little bit of a think about our time in Japan so far and making these videos, and I kind of just felt like I've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit, and I want to get back on top of my goals. I want to start doing things that I said I was going to do while being here, and today is going to be the start of getting back on track. Last week was a lot of fun, but I feel like in terms of doing anything that was related to my goals, I didn't really achieve a whole lot. And this whole series was about, obviously it was making it for fun, but it was also to keep me accountable and keep me on track for getting things done. For a start, let's just clean up this area. Much better. So today's plan is I'm going to find a spot, maybe I'll go to the park, and I'm just going to work on things. I'm going to work on a side project that I've been talking a lot about, and at some point I will talk about it more. But just as it's at the early stages, I don't want to jinx myself or put too much pressure on it, so I'm just going to keep it a little bit of a secret for now. But once I'm happy with where it's at, I'll tell you guys more about it. Oh yeah, and I'm going to take my sketch pad and my pencil case and may as well start this architectural drawing. I will try and find something that's worth sketching and just give it a red hot crack. I've got no idea how good or bad it's going to turn out. You know, I'm sure a lot of people saw my video, and based on the fact that I graduated architecture school does not mean that I'm good at architectural sketching. I'm okay. At a very base level, I can sketch what's in my brain onto paper. I cannot look at something and sketch it well. That's the whole point of me practicing a little bit more, because I really need to get better at that. Or I really want to, at least. Another thing that I'm sure you can see is I need to find someone to cut my hair. I have been needing a haircut since I got to Japan, and I am terrified to get my hair cut here. Right, I'm all done with my side project work. I just went to a Starbucks and got some work done there for about hour and a half. I was gonna film in there, but there was just a lot of people, way more than I thought, but to be fair, it was right next to a train station, so I think a lot of people wait there. I'm heading to the park now to do some drawing. I'll show you kind of my process and where I'm at, I guess. This will be the start point of getting back into architectural drawing. I'm not actually sure if there will be anything for me to draw at the park, but I'll try my hardest to find something. If not, you know, drawing in general is good practice, so I can just draw whatever I find, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, I just found a spot to sit. I think I'm going to draw this little pergola thing. It looks not too complicated and a good place to start. I don't particularly know where to begin, but we'll just get started and see how it ends up. Alrighty, I'm back home now. I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm also not unhappy with it. After having a look at it a little bit more and trying to figure out what I can improve, I think my main thing is my kind of perspective. I think that when I go and draw on location, I start with the kind of the biggest thing I can see so I can get the perspective down. At least I think that I've stuffed myself up from the get-go. Like, it's not bad, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. And that's the whole point of this, I guess. But yeah, there's just something off about the perspective. I need to remember that these lines down here and these lines up here aren't going to be parallel, because we've got the horizon line probably somewhere through here, and with the vanishing points here, that'll kind of make it go like that, and then up here it'll be along that line. So I need to remember that. But other than that, it's a good starting point. I'm not like unhappy with what I did. I'm just, you know, the only way to get better is to critique yourself and fix your mistakes. So that's what I'm doing. It's been a cold and miserable day today. I got a temperature of 16 and it's been overcast all day. So I've been inside all morning in Arvo. I've done a little bit more sketching, working on my perspective just off online references. I also did a little bit of research this morning about what kind of tips or tricks I could do to improve perspective drawing and on location sketching. But realistically, all it said was that I need to practice more, which is kind of self-explanatory if I'm being honest. This morning I kind of went into a spiral and started teaching myself how to code in Python, because I used to know how to do Python and I'm like, oh, I wish I still knew how to do that. So I spent hours teaching myself Python for no particular reason. Like, it does not benefit my life in any way to do this, but sometimes I just get attached to things and have to teach myself how to do it. Like the Rubik's Cube. I bought a Rubik's Cube years ago and taught myself in a day just so I could say that I knew how to do it. But anyway, Jen's been at a shoot all day. She left early morning this morning and probably won't be back until around 6:30. She found out late last night, which was a little bit sudden for the both of us, but that'll be okay because while she's gone, I'm gonna get this house in a reasonable state, or actually I say reasonable, but realistically I want to get it like sparkling. And I'll cook dinner, so when she comes home she'll have food ready and a clean house and we can relax for the evening. But yeah, that's the plans for today. It's mainly just getting more stuff done, especially with the weather being this bad or cold. I guess it's nice to just use this time to be as productive as possible. But I am about to go to the convenience because I need to get something to eat and I need to get milk. It's 6:15 Friday, and very clearly I still have not found someone to cut my hair, and it's getting a little bit insane at this point. I did find someone. I'm pretty comfortable that they can give me a good haircut, but it'll cost me 77 AUD. It's actually less than I was paying in Melbourne. I thought it'd be a little bit cheaper in Japan if I'm being honest, but it is like a proper hairstylist, so you know, I can trust that they're not going to make me look like a mop or have to go bald because they chopped my hair too much. I haven't filmed at all today and I didn't film as much as I wanted to yesterday. I will show you what I've been doing pretty much all last night after Jen got back. She had an early night, so I just sat downstairs and was doing research on like how to get better at drawing and what people do to build their foundations. So this is what I've been doing. A lot of line practice, and then below I did a lot of circle practice. This is all freehand because I'm sure you noticed when I did my on location sketch I was using a ruler, so I kind of need to move away from that. That's just, you know, my old habits from architecture school. And then more line practice, going from a point into a point, and then a little bit of two perspective, which I honestly haven't done since architecture school, which was kind of fun if I'm being honest, getting back into it. But that's all freehand too, so it's obviously not going to be as good as the ones I produced during university because we obviously did it like ruler exact. And then the last thing I was working on is oval practice, and I don't really know how that benefits me, but it's one of the exercises that I found and I'm going to do it anyway. I've also just been doing a lot of research into random things, did a little bit more coding, a little bit more Japanese study, a little bit more side project things. I went for a run today. I'm not going to say much about it because I realized that my content was, especially this week, was moving very run related, and I don't want to be a running channel because I am not a runner. I am just giving it a shot at the moment. Exciting things will be happening tomorrow. Jen's been invited by One Hotel to a new restaurant in Tokyo. We've been given the go ahead to go and film some content there and eat a nice meal, so that'll be really good. We were supposed to go tonight, but Jen's been taken away to casting, so we're going to do it tomorrow. This week has just gone so fast. It's kind of unbelievable how quick Friday came. Like, I know I've been productive, but it felt like nothing's happened. So hopefully next week, get back on the wagon and go out, do more content, show more of what I'm doing. When I'm stuck around the house, I know I'm being productive, but I don't want to film it because it's very boring to watch. But hopefully Jen's got more free time next week and we can go and explore more things. And if not, I'll just do solo adventures. We're currently walking around Roppongi before dinner. Our dinner's not for another hour and a half. So we're just kind of exploring a new area. It's a cool area. It's a lot of art galleries and nice architecture actually, like really nice architecture. We're going to dinner at a one hotel and the restaurant's called Nini, I think. It's a kind of new restaurant inside the one hotel. So I'm not sure what cuisine it is, but I'm excited either way.